Remember my Sony FX661? 1, 2, bam! Again, video editing. Yes, I received another one. It seems that they are hunting me, but having luck and success with the previous ones, people ask me to try to repair because I have some experience with these models. So let's test it. Do I see some green corrosion? Yes, of course. All these Walkmans have the same problem. People leave the batteries inside, and this is a bad thing, not only for Walkmans but for any other electronics. Let me see if I have some sign of life. No sign of life, no nothing. I guess the corrosion is somewhere here. It's very bad corroded, so it doesn't make contact. Okay, let's proceed with the screws. Well, from outside it is in a pretty good shape. No major scratches, no nothing, so it is really okay. Okay, 2 more screws. These screws are longer than the opposite ones. Why? Because here there is no danger to hit the battery. Here the screws have to be shorter, so not punch the battery. Okay, let's pry the cover. I shall see if I am the first one who disassembles. Bam. Let's see. What do we have here? Well, there is some green stuff, but it should work. It should power up. And the good thing is that there is no sign of corrosion inside. Well, this is a very good thing, but still it's not working. And what do we have here? A good a good rubber belt. This is the first time I'm seeing this, but okay, let's try once again. The battery is good because I have just charged it. Let me use the multimeter just to see if the voltages are okay. Yes, 1.4 volts. Okay, in this case, no. I wonder why. Why? I mean, very curious what is happening. So this is making good contact with this. Very interesting. And also challenging, because it looks nice, but it doesn't work at all. It doesn't smell like something is burnt, so maybe someone tried to power it with the wrong voltage, maybe, but no. Let's try the headphones to see if there is some click or something when I'm powering up. No. I can make direct contact from here. No, nothing. Well, the negative pole is soldered here. Okay. Oh, oops. What's happening? I just knocked here. Oh, it is alive. Okay, let's try to push a button. Now it remains in some beeping state. It is not okay. Okay, I might know what is happening. There is a pressure header with many pins, so maybe there is a problem there. That is the junction between the two boards. Okay, let's unscrew the necessary screws. You know, sometimes I feel pity for these good-looking Walkmans, because other Walkmans that are looking very bad are working, and these that are in a very good shape and they were kept without scratches don't work. And you know, restoring and giving a new life to this retro tech deserves to be also in a good shape, in a good looking state. So sometimes it is an irony that the good looking ones aren't working. Okay, this is the area I'm talking about. I hope, in fact I'm not hoping, I can see that it is in a good shape, but here I have some transparent substance. I don't know if it is some lubricant or maybe this Walkman might have been opened once, and maybe someone put a new belt and maybe put some drops of oil, maybe hoping that will lubricate, but without knowing where that oil is going to. So because otherwise I cannot explain why it smells like oil. Okay, maybe it was a failed lubrication try. So let me inspect beneath this plastic spacer. Okay, the motor contacts weren't unsoldered, that's for sure. I don't know, the plunger has some rosin marks, but this could be from the factory because these are the last elements that are soldered. Well, the belt is not in a very good shape. It is very shaky. See, it's too large, is not good. Well, it seems that nobody tried to do anything inside, but still it doesn't work. Okay, let's find a good rubber belt. I have found a belt. I guess it is the right size. So without unsoldering anything, we have to start from here. No, we have to start from here. Okay, now I have to route the belt by here. Here is a small, I don't know, anti-losing the belt, anti-jumping out the belt. Yes, here and here. Okay, but I think this belt is not a very good shape, because here is okay, but when in playback it will require a shorter rubber belt, so it is not okay. Okay, let me find another one. I have found a belt, but its size is not very proper, and I have to stretch it and I hope it won't be too much tension because of the stretching. I have a belt kit from China, and unfortunately with these assortment rubber belts, they have two belts of the same size that is required for these Sony Walkmans. So I have a useless rubber belt kit, because the other sizes I don't use them anywhere. Okay, let's route it by here. I want to put this belt without unsoldering the contacts, so it is more to work for this, but it is not impossible. I saw people that were replacing the belts without unsoldering anything, but they had to do, but they didn't, and they forced the PCB into one side. I don't know what to say, but I wouldn't do this, because the PCB is a 2 layers PCB, so I could crack anytime an important trace, so I wouldn't do this. Okay, the belt seems to be very tight, but it will loosen in time, so it won't be a big problem, I guess. Better to loosen in time than to lose from the beginning. Okay. Let me try to clean, but as I told you, it seems to be already cleaned. No corrosion here. Okay, let's put it back like this. This is in its place. Okay. Where is that screw? It fell inside. Okay, let's put another one. The internal header has some alignment bolts, plastic bolts, so I have to just move it a little forth and back, so the bolts will enter into their pairs. Okay, seems to be okay. Let's put the battery and hope it will power up without any other knocks. Yes, now it makes the expected noises. So the playback forward, and after that it will change. Okay, it will change and it will keep working. Okay, now I want to watch the belt. If something is wrong with the mechanism, the belt would jump, would run but jumping, but this belt is not jumping at all. But the noise is rather high, so this would need, I guess, some greasing and oiling. Okay, let me put Mr. Mark Knopfler to offer the sound of the victory, or maybe of the failure, I don't know. Okay, it is working, but I can hear that the speed is not properly. This is not a problem because I can adjust it from here. I want to hear if there is eventual wow and flutter. Okay, seems to be working. Let's test the radio. Yes, the radio is working. Yes. So you already know the drill from the previous episodes with this model, but this episode I want to use reference tape to measure how much improvement I will bring to this Walkman before and after my intervention. So right now it is working, but I'm very sure it's not working correctly because I know how the tape should sound, and I will make a quick test. I will put the headphone near my smartphone. I will run the test tape of 3150 Hertz. Okay, let's play it. So as I told you, is 3000 and maybe 60 or 50, 60, but it's 1 Hertz less, and I can detect by ear these Hertz. I have some ear, I guess. I will adjust it, but just for fun, because after lubricating the speed will change. Hopefully it will change to plus, not to minus. Let me check the other side. This side is even worse. And of course we have this problem with the noise. Hear the noise? Is the train. Not really the train, but it is making the noise. Okay. I will remove the battery. I will disassemble it, and I want to skip this part because it's easy. You already know the drill. We unscrew the screws, the 4 screws here, here, here. Okay. This one too. Remove the plastic board, and we have to unsolder these points here, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have finished the unsoldering. You have to, before this, you have to lift these metallic contacts. Just lift from the plastic part and they will come out easily. Here you have to pull this elastic plastic edge and carefully lift the PCB. Let's see what is inside. It would be a good idea to remove the tape head ribbon, so you won't break it by mistake. Okay, this is the mechanism. Let me use my magnifying glass to inspect it. I don't see anything wrong here. This wheel might have some dried grease, but it won't hurt as it is not in the way of the teeth. Maybe I will put some grease inside. It would be nice to. It will be nice, and it will remove the noise, the spinning noise of the wheels. I will remove this from the clutch. Okay, let me see what is inside. You know that the clutch has to be dried. Let me see what is inside this clutch. I told you in previous episodes that I'm very curious about the clutch, because all the previous Walkmans, I wasn't the first one who disassembled them, or at least they were very old and in very poor condition. I didn't trust the clutch, that it has to be oiled or not. Now I want to inspect this, because this is in a good shape, and I can bet that it hasn't been disassembled by anyone until now. So I can't find the information how should be the inside of the clutch, dried or lubricated. This one seems to be a little lubricated. Come on. Well, it seems to have some oil inside. It smells like oil. I mean, it's not some sticky substance they use for smooth closing and opening the doors from the decks. So it's not that substance. That is a grease of some kind. Okay, they have the plastic washer here, so there is oil only on one side of the clutch. Okay, I won't remove the oil this time, and as the previous FX661s were mine, I can open them, and I will try to put some oil to see if I can improve something. Okay, back to the mechanism. I want to put some grease on certain points. This one I broke last time. It has some white grease. It already has some white grease, so I don't have to put too much. I want to put on the cam wheel, and I will make a complete rotation. Too much. Okay. Once again, it will spread all over as needed. Right. Now I will put some grease on these tiny wheels, because they are making that noise during functioning. Okay, this is the gear that is bouncing left and right for the fast winding mode. There is a mechanism from Sony EX505 that has a different mechanism. This wheel is going up and down only. It might be in contact with this gear only. That Sony, I couldn't solve the mystery of the other real fast winding. Okay, the only thing left to be lubricated are the flywheels. I will lubricate them also, but from the other side, using oil. Yes, it's okay. Let's center the lever for the micro switch. Let's put back the clutch. Okay, the grease is spreading. Let's hope it won't spread in unwanted places, but it doesn't have to do this. I have the feeling that today's repairing is not taking too much time, because we don't have major problems, and I didn't disassembled too much parts, because there is no need to do this. It is very clean, as you can see, and hopefully it will work properly after lubricating the flywheels. Let's proceed with the lubrication of the flywheels. For this, with a small syringe, we will put some oil here. Okay, I guess it's already too much, but I will wipe the surplus later. It's very convenient, this metallic sleeve, because it will keep the oil from spilling around, and the oil will go down and will lubricate the bronze bearing. Now I have to move back and forth. Of course, it would be better if I put back the PCB and give it a run to make in full speed rotation. I have to also lubricate the tips of the capstan. Why? Because there are some stoppers, some locking washers that underneath them, because on these tips there is friction also, so it is good to put a drop of oil, not too much, so it won't spill. Okay, here is okay, and here the oil is not thick, it's very thin, so it will go down very easily. But the condition is to keep it like this for some time, for a while. Okay, I will let it to, so the oil will go down, will drain down. Okay, the time has passed. Let's go on with the assembling. I put back the board, the first board. There is one single screw that has to be put now, this one near the motor. Okay, the other ones not yet, because we have to put the plastic spacer. Okay, move it a little bit around, and the centering bumps of the pin header will enter in its place. Okay, screw 1, 2, the third one is here. Okay, these two screws have the role of keeping in place and tight the connectors, the pin header, the connector that connects the two boards together. Okay, I want to keep it like this for a while because the time has passed, but not sufficient time. But I want to put it to run a few hours back and forth in this position, so the oil will go down to lubricate the flywheels. So as much as I can, I will keep it in this position. Come on, not again. Is there anything? Is there a bad contact here? I guess. See? So the problems are not solved yet. Or maybe I have to tighten these screws. I will put this and I will tighten. There is a catch here. If I tighten too much or in a certain position, it won't make contact, as it happening now. Maybe I have to avoid over tightening. Maybe. Yes, now it seems to be better now. Of course it's working. It's not, it is not that I didn't expect it. But the volume was very much high. I will let it to function at least one side of this tape, and after that I will make the measurements with the reference tape. But right now I can appreciate by ear that the speed is somehow too much, because you know, the lubrication starts to do its job. Okay, the sound didn't change too much, but you know, it is not very important. If I know that it's lubricated, the noise that the mechanism is doing, it won't be a problem. The tape has been running for about 2 hours. Now I want to just to check the speed. Remember that previously we adjusted the speed to 3150 Hertz. So now we should now after lubricating we should have even more speed. So we have to set it back. So we have to decrease it, maybe, but I'm judging by ear, by listening to the tape that was running these hours. Okay, let's see. Well, it's not very different, but it is a little bit higher. I don't like the sound of the mechanism. It makes noise. You may hear by yourself. So I guess the motor, as far as I investigated, the noise is coming mostly from these parts, and this part underneath is the motor. The motor has to be lubricated, I guess. The main shaft of the motor has to be lubricated. Okay, one more thing. I want to check reverse play also. This is definitely higher, but I don't know. It may have some other mechanical issues. When playing in reverse, the speed is increasing, but adjusting in this direction won't be okay on the forward direction, so I prefer to leave it like this. I encountered this type of problem at other Walkmans, and I couldn't do anything. Anyway, the best results I got with Walkmans were the ones I completely disassembled, and maybe I did once or twice because I had to lubricate and lubricate again, and to check all the levers, all the things that are moving inside. I'm not sure that these Walkmans can be optimized to have a very good wow and flutter factor. I guess it's a technical limitation. They don't have big flywheels like the big tape cassette decks have. I'm looking at the rubber belt. I'm not very sure, but I guess the rubber belt is hitting this part. I think there is a problem. I spotted a problem. Let me stop it for a while. Okay, I guess I'm starting to realize what is happening. Okay, so I will disassemble to show you even better. Okay, now that I have disassembled it, you may see what is the problem. So this wheel was like this. The rubber belt is too tight, and this mobile plastic pulley is going into this position. So I don't know if it touches the flywheel, but I'm very sure that the rubber belt is rubbing against this flying wheel, so it is affecting the speed. You know, this in this area the rubber belt has to be at some distance by this flying wheel, so it should be like this. This is the interval, the range that this pulley, this mobile pulley, has to move. So putting a shorter rubber belt wasn't a very good idea, but unfortunately I don't have another one, so I have two solutions. I'll wait for a new one with the proper length, or I'll wait until this one will stretch, but I don't know, it will take some time. In the meantime, as I disassembled the radio board, I unsoldered this metal bracket and I remove this half of this magnetic half of the motor, because I want to put some oil somewhere here, and hopefully this will drain to the bottom of this pulley, and it will get at the main shaft. The main shaft has to have some bearing, I guess, on the bottom part. So this one has to be left some time, so the oil will get where it is to be. I still hear some noise, so I guess I have to put more. I'm not afraid to put more oil, because if it is too much, it will come out on the other side, I guess, and I will wipe it. But no, on the other side it won't spill, because there is something glued on the surface, so I don't know. I prefer to lubricate properly this axle. A little lubrication here, a little lubrication there, so this is how we get rid of the unwanted noises and, of course, the unwanted friction. Let's lubricate this wheel, this pulley. Okay. Okay, we have grease. I wonder if this is properly lubricated. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to disassemble it, but I don't feel like I do this. Sometimes it is enough just to make it to work, so I don't want to complicate my intervention. I don't want to take other risks. This one is not mine, so I want to make it to work and decently, and this is it. No more complications. I did a little scratch on the pulley, and I will align it with the magnet, with this half magnet. I am thinking that this motor might be balanced. I don't know, maybe it will count. Maybe they are balanced from factory somehow when they are attached, the two halves. Maybe, I don't know, I hope. Balancing different parts, different rotating parts might help for reducing the wow and flutter, to reduce the noise. I noticed that the mechanism that is making noise, that is making strong noise, have strong wow and flutter, because this is a sign that something has too much friction or something is hitting into something, and that's why I want to make sure that there is no abnormal noise. Now we are good. I guess it is time to take a pause on this project. I will put it into a box, and I have to order more belts. Unfortunately, I cannot go on with the operation sooner than I expected. I found a new belt, a new rubber belt. It was from an unsuccessful repairing of Walkman. The rubber belt was similar in length. I guess it's just a little bit thicker, maybe, or I don't know. This is the error of the rubber belt kits from China, I guess. It is fitting pretty well on the pulleys, and let's have a try. Let's have a try with the reference tape. Okay. The speaker is connected. Okay, let's adjust it. Normally the adjusting has to be made after 10 or 15 minutes of playback, of continuous playback, but now, for the sake of our experiment, I will shorten this period. Oh wow! The speed deviation, I guess, is not so big as in other Walkmans. It is definitely better than with the previous rubber belt. The previous one was very tight on the mechanism, and okay, I have the same movement. I don't have an explanation. Maybe the explanation would be if I would have the original belt that is 0.5 millimeters thick, and these rubber belts are 0.7 millimeters thick. At least this is what the Chinese manufacturer is saying. I don't know if they are perfect. I mean, the thickness is consistent throughout all the length of the rubber belt. So you know, this was the original one. So the larger one is the original one, and this would be the difference. Not too much, but there is a difference. I am thinking that the rubber belt has to sit properly on the bottom of the pulleys. Let me stop for a while. So here on the flywheel and on this pulley, the rubber belt has to sit on the bottom, not on the edges, because the edges, on the edges, it will slip unevenly. So I guess this deviation could be caused by the wrong thickness of the belt. But I am thinking also of the limitation of the electronic speed controller, that it might have some electronic loop that is correcting the speed. I don't know if this is the limitation. Maybe it cannot cope with correcting the speed. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this is the best it can do, or maybe it's a mechanical problem. I don't know. I'm very curious to have to travel back in time and hear one of these after they were sold brand new. How were they working? How low was the speed deviation back then? Anyway, the current wow, it's bearable, I guess. With music you cannot hear too many issues. I am watching the screen, and it is pretty good comparing to previous Walkmans. Let me play some music. I guess here is yes, here is a slow passage, and these are easy detectable. Yes, it is. I like how it works. I don't like. There is a sound, a whining sound, but this is from the motor. But there is also some rattling noise, like there is a bug inside. Both ways. Yes, I don't know what could produce this sound. Anyway, I guess it is okay like this. Let me put the cover. Of course the sound won't change, the rattling noise inside, but at least let's hear. Okay, it is working. Yes. Yes. I want to make a quick test for normal playing and reverse playing, because I noticed something good too. Here is forward playing, here is forward playback. This is forward playback, so we are close to 3150 Hz. But the interesting thing is that when playing in reverse, the value is pretty close. I'm saying it's pretty close because with other models I had 3200 maybe Hertz, so this one is pretty close. Okay, this is good. This is a thumb up for Sony of those times. Okay, I consider this one as totally solved and with pretty good performances, taking into account that previous ones weren't so lucky. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.